Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurfitria Lanni. I'm the third semester of English Education Department. In my view, in terms of leadership, men are much more likely to be leaders than women, because basically the nature of a man from birth is to become a leader, and women are obliged to submit and obey men. Male leaders also scored higher on the aspects of making difficult decisions and handling controversial or critical issues calmly and confidently. The privilege of men compared to women lies in their psychological and physical strength. Psychic powers include the ability to reason and science. Men are considered to have a higher practical way of thinking. Likewise, in setting, managing, and directing, men have the courage, strength, and ability to overcome difficulties. In Islam, women are not allowed to become public leaders, such as president, governor, regent, or the like, based on various arguments mentioned in Al-Quran and Sunnah, including Quran Surah An-Nisa 34, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Ar-Rijalu Qawwamuna 'alan Nisa, which means men are leaders for women. The law in this paragraph applies generally to male leadership in the family and even more so in public leadership. This law is emphasized by the reasons that are also contained in the verse, namely the excess of reason, thought, and others in terms of the capability to carry out justice and leadership. Men are leaders for women. Judge against them and straighten them out when women commit deviations. The position of women in Islam is to be led, not to be led. It is not permissible for a woman to become a leader, because in it an opinion and willpower will be demanded, which in this case women are weak. Besides, this will make her have to appear to solve a problem, which may be a prohibited case. Therefore, leadership is for men, both in their families. This is reinforced by the reason, namely, the superiority of reason, views, and order, which are factors that support leadership, while these traits are contrary to the characteristic of a woman who is lacking in reason, weak mind, while strong emotion. Admittedly, women also have weaknesses when they become leaders. First, physical limitations and the scope of movement than women have. Men are created with physically stronger conditions, and women are at a lower level. This makes the attitude of a female leader different from that of a male leader. Likewise with the scope of motion. Many women have not been able to show potential in extreme fields. The next disadvantage of women leaders is the responsibility of a woman, namely a wife as well as a mother, who is actually quite heavy to do. Leaders have heavy responsibilities in each of their homes. Both are responsibilities and roles that cannot be abandoned, because if women forget their roles as wives and mothers, the world will actually be close to the brink of collapse. As for the relevance data showing male leadership styles, the first is an archaic leadership style, which prioritizes task completion, tends to be self-centered, and motivated to control the environment. Second is democratic leadership style, namely the maintenance of interpersonal relationships, tends to be selfless and care for others. And these traits should be embedded in a leader, because in a sense, Leadership is a mandate and a deposit from God. The leader must also have high solidarity with his people and always accompany the community in facing daily difficulties and problems, so that the people who are led will feel prosperity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lanni. I am the third semester of English Education Department. However, in my view, women can also be more nurturing leaders than men. There are many female figures who we know to be superior leaders. There are several aspects that women are superior to being a leader. A woman understands that no matter how minimal the effect is, it will give her another perspective. Women can also be reliable multitaskers, not aggressive, and full of patience. However, people would think that women are weaker than men, which cause women not to be leaders, shows that they are still shackled to a patriarchal culture, which is a culture that prioritizes or privileges the role of men over women. This culture assumes that men have more advantage in various fields than women. However, if we look at reality, many women work hard to support their families, and not a few men take care of the household while their wives work. Recognized or not, women have more advantage that men do not have. The Islamic view in general that women are weaker needs further consideration. Because if you look at the reality, the opposite is true. History records that many great leaders in the world did not come from men. We can certainly know then the names of Cleopatra, Cory Aquino, Margaret Thatcher, who excel in leadership. Women are not a weak group as the general public thinks. However, women are the same as men in terms of courage, intelligence, and leadership. So it is okay for women to become leaders. Therefore, it is time for our sportsmanship to open up the same competitive space. Physical men are strong, but their leadership is depth. The context of the state and government is not just a physical problem, but a system which requires intelligent thinking and is able to solve all the problems of society. In this case, women are not always under men. In fact, women sometimes care more, are able to solve and take care of things that have so far escaped men's views of corners. Until now, in Indonesia, there is no law regulation. Women are not allowed to hold power in government. There are many examples of women who have succeeded in leading a region, whether they are village heads, sub-district heads, regents, mayors, and even the presidents. According to her history records, leadership in other countries also provides a lot of evidence of the success of women. Thank you.